All right, Macey.
Yes.
Macey, where are you from originally?
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. And tell me about your family growing up.
I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. My parents are married. I grew up in a little suburban neighborhood. I'm a twin, and I have a little younger brother as well. And, just basic suburban life. Grew up in a little cul-de-sac. My mother works as an orthodontist, and my dad, he has his own company, and he formulates skincare products and designed a microneedling device. Very blessed.
How'd you end up in jail?
Coming out, messing with having the wrong people around, I guess you could say.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That was here in Kentucky?
Yeah, I dated a guy for 5 years, and really it's because of him, not me, but just having the wrong people around, really.
How far did you go in school?
I'm almost finished with school. I have a year left of nursing. And I went to Alice Lloyd down in Hazard. I have a degree, I got a college degree from Spalding I got my CNA, and I have like half of it in nursing. So I was going to get a dual degree nursing license, and I have a year left.
So you're very close to having your life all kind of squared away.
Yep. Close. What else do I say?
Did you fall in love with somebody that you shouldn't have? I
don't know that I shouldn't have, but love is an addiction. I will say that. It is scary. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I shouldn't have, because I still do love him, but I'm not in love with him.
How old are you?
He's 28.
How old are you?
22.
22.
I'm 22. Yeah, I turned 23 in a month.
You have no kids?
No kids. No kids.
Are there drugs in your story?
Yes. I have got clean very recently. I'm about 5 months clean. I've learned a lot since I've been down here in Clay County, honestly. I didn't realize the value of $1 until I went to college. And I will say the drugs, it's taught me a lot more about real life, like real life, circumstances, and about people. Like, I was very blinded to, I thought everybody was my friend, and they're not. You don't have many friends in life. You don't meet many genuine people. And when you do meet somebody like that, you should hang on to them. I will say that. My circle, keep my circle very small. You know what I mean? I don't want to have a lot of friends, honestly. I've learned to stay by myself, and I like to be by myself, honestly. You learn a lot about, when you can be content with yourself, you learn a lot about people and yourself and life. And yeah.
So here in Clay County, it's very different than up in Louisville.
Absolutely. I like the city life more. I do.
This is hillbilly country.
Yeah. This country to me was Shepherdsville. That's where my papa lived. And I do like it out here. I will say, once I do finish my degree and I'm set one day, I would keep a house out in the country. You know what I mean? Definitely a completely different lifestyle than I grew up. Seeing everybody and everybody knowing everybody. I'm not sure if I like it, really. I like going out and seeing new things and new people, and knowing people it's a privilege, and it's a blessing, really, in disguise in life, honestly. So yeah.
So you're more of a city girl.
Definitely. I like to be able to go out and go to the store real close, or walk down and 4th Street Live or Broadway. I like that lifestyle, really.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret? I want to say I don't have any regrets. I think that everything happens for a reason, and as long as you learn your lesson, it's about learning it. And if you learn that lesson, I think that, God brings people and has things happen in your life, and whether you learn from it or not, I feel like, I don't know, let me think if I have any regrets.
We can come back to that.
Let me think about that.
I'll ask you again before we're done.
Okay.
Would your parents be shocked if they were told when you were in high school that you're going to end up in jail?
I guarantee they never thought I would be, honestly.
Did you ever think you might be?
No. Honestly, no. No, I didn't. I didn't think I was going to be in jail ever. I know that my charges are getting dismissed, and I'm grateful that, I was honestly able to even get to experience it in some sense so that I know down the road, what to do and not to do.
What the price might be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm grateful that it didn't ruin my life. You know what I mean? I could come in here and got a felony charge, and everything that I worked for and put my dedication into is done and over with, So I'm grateful.
How much time would you be facing if things don't go your way?
If they didn't go my way, I'm not sure, actually. I'm really not. I know I paid my restitution and stuff on, everything I owe, and the May 13th, I'm supposed to have my charges dismissed.
How long have you been locked up?
I've been coming in here for the past 3 years on these charges.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I don't even know why I'm here right now, honestly. Do you? No, I don't know. I really don't. So my bond got revoked. I got arrested in London, and they transported me here, and I'm supposed to be bonded out by Friday. So hopefully.
Are you making friends in here?
I know some people from being in Clay County, and I've met, I guess you could say, friends. I've met some people. There are good people in here, and it's not what most people think. Jail isn't what most people think it is, County time, it isn't, at least.
Tell me about jail in a county jail like this. What is it like to be behind bars?
I went to a boarding school when I was in high school also as well, and it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You stay, it's just day in, day out. The same room gets a little, overwhelming at some point.
Are you sharing your cell?
Yeah, there's 16 or 19 people in it's like bunk beds. You get 3 meals a day.
16 people sharing one.
Yeah, in one like big room. There's like one big room, and there's people on bunks, and there's some that have 3 on, and then it's like a normal bunk bed, and you get 3 meals a day. Like I said, there's TV in there. You can play board games.
Everyone gets along?
There's definitely tension. Girls are going to be girls. I will say that, and. I think anything in life, it is what you make it, honestly. Everything in life is what you make it. But, yeah.
What do you go through emotionally sitting here locked up?
Mentally, I will say that it can get very depressing in jail. It can get very depressing. You can get in your head very easily. It makes you deal with and think about a lot more stuff that you would, I guess, on the street or out in, day-to-day life. Definitely you have to deal with your problems a whole lot more because you don't have anything else you can go and do. Like, can't go to job, you know what I mean? Just mentally, it's stressful. It's very stressful.
Having all this time to just sit and think.
Absolutely. It's hard to keep your mind occupied.
But what do you end up thinking about? Like what you want to do if you get free?
I know I think about just, when am I going to get out? When am I going to get out? Or just waiting for that day.
But you've been out before and then you end up back in.
Yeah. It is, everybody that gets back out, you're like, oh, I don't want to go back to jail, or, oh, I'm not going to go back to jail. But I don't know. My luck isn't very good, I would say. I'm just ready to get everything done and over with so that I don't have to come back, and I know that my slate is clean with my charges and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is the guy who kind of got you into
He's in here as well.
He's in here as well?
Yes. He got arrested a couple weeks before I did. And I guess when I got arrested in London, it revoked my bond.
Is he getting out as well?
I don't think so. No. Unless he gets bonded out. I don't know. His court, he goes back to court when I do, which is in May. And I don't think he's paid his restitution and stuff, so I don't really know what will happen. I know that he'll probably have to do time if, his charges, we have the same charges. We're co-defendants.
What were the charges?
Theft by deception and forgery.
What exactly were you guys doing?
He got a check. He worked for, he did this crypto stuff online for somebody, and it was like the 3rd or 4th check we'd gotten to the mail. We always took them to Cash Express, where they called the bank. It was a cashier's check, and that last time we'd went up there, it was like the 4th time we'd ever done it, and I'm friends with a big attorney down here, and Cash Express, they called the bank that day. They called back, said the check was good, and the drawer locked. It was 5 o'clock, And he was like, what are we going to do? The car had just got like impounded or something. The insurance had canceled, or it needed a new paint job. That's what it needed. It needed a new paint job. And he was like, what are we going to do? And I was like, well, I guess I'll ask, this attorney. And just off my word, she just straight handed me $1,500 of his check before it went through when she went out of the country. Well, some of the check he was supposed to send back to the lady that sends it to him, go back online, Bitcoin and stuff. And she thought that he was like playing with her and like lying to her. So she canceled the check. And so it came back as bad, at that point. Not bad, but fictitious or something. And then the lady had got charges on the both of us, and we were supposed to pay so much restitution each, and I've paid mine, and I know he hasn't paid his. And yeah.
Is it maybe your choice in men that got you in here?
I wouldn't say he's a bad dude, because he really isn't. Like, he isn't a bad guy, and I'm not that dumb to take a bad check to a lawyer of all things. You know what I mean? Of all people, like, it's, you know what I mean? That's like you're bound to go down, if you know what I mean. Of all places you could go if you take a bad check to a lawyer, absolutely not. I don't think he's a bad guy. Genuinely, he helped me grow up to become a woman, and he taught me a whole lot. I don't know necessarily about to stay on the right track, but love, like I said, love is a dangerous thing, and at the end of the day, I still love him, but I'm not in love with him. And I will love him to the day I die, and I hope that he gets on the right track for himself, and that he wants it for himself and not just for me or for anything else going in his life.
That's nice. Let me ask you that question again that I asked earlier. What is your biggest regret? My biggest regret, I would have to say, is probably when COVID started, I stopped going to school, or we were supposed to do it online, and I was in Florida at the time, and my parents wanted me to start school down in Florida. And I was like, no, I'm so close. My credits wouldn't have transferred. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And I started going to school out here on my own, and they weren't going to help me because I didn't want to do what they were wanting me to do. And I couldn't afford to keep myself in school, and so I stopped going. And I kind of wish that I would have stayed, I guess, under their wing, because I know I would have been a lot more successful in a quicker period of time, I guess. Your parents only want what's best for you.
Absolutely. They're just trying to be parents. And I would say that's probably my biggest regret, because I'd be done with school right now. I'd be able to write scripts. I'd be a nurse practitioner if I didn't stop.
You wouldn't be in
No,
in jail.
I wouldn't. But I'm grateful for the time that I've had to experience on my own. And like I said, I've really learned a whole lot. I really have.
But what would you say is the most important thing you've learned?
I would say the most important thing that I've learned is, let me think about it for a second. The most important thing I've learned is, I would say about people, honestly. Like, I was very blindsided, and I thought everybody was my friend, or nobody was out to get you, or I've just learned a whole lot about people, money.
So you can't trust people?
Absolutely not. I don't trust a soul. I don't. That's the only thing. Don't even trust my parents, but I know they have the best interest for me. But I don't trust anyone. It's not good to, really. You should always keep your guard up. Always keep your guard up, and go with your gut. Go with your gut.
All right. Shelly, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I wish you lots of luck.
Thank you.
Stay out of here.
I will.
Thank you.